Providence Health Park today had a very special visitor on its grounds, and Georgina Fernandez joins us now live from the hospital to show us today's VIP patient. Georgina.
Well, John, it's not just babies being born today at hospitals, but one mama moose decided to make this medical center here in Anchorage the place that she was giving birth to her baby calf. Now, this calf was born, we're hearing, around 8:30 a.m. today, and it brought a handful of people to come check it out. And people have been able to see them nursing and resting today. And people we spoke with today told us this moose looked familiar to one in the past that has given birth to twins. Fish and Game says it's not uncommon to see moose choose a similar quiet and secure spot to give birth in.
Same general area, yes. Every once in a while they may find, pretty close to where you'd seen them the year before, but generally they're looking for the same general area to give birth in.
Now, calf birth season starts ramping up in mid-May, so you might start hearing and seeing more of this happening around town. But if you do run into them, Fish and Game says you should keep a safe distance and slowly walk backwards from it. And this isn't the first time Providence has had a moose pay a visit. Back in 2023, it actually had a moose come inside the building. John.
Thank you, Georgina. And it's a gorgeous day outside. We're going to check in with Melissa Fry now for a look at how that Friday is shaping up, Melissa.
Yeah, looking pretty nice. Nice conditions out there today as well. But tomorrow is a special day in Anchorage. It is Bike to Work Day. And I think we're going to see pretty good biking conditions. Want to show you that forecast. If you're hopping on two wheels, heading out the door tomorrow morning, we have a little cloud cover. Even a little drizzle is possible. But those temperatures nice and comfortable for biking. Mid-40s as you head out the door. And then if you're heading home in the evening, warming quickly back into those mid-50s. Might even feel a little warm on that ride home. Again, we'll hold on to cloud cover, really quite similar conditions to what we saw today, what we're seeing out there right now. Live view in Anchorage. You can see just a few peaks of blue sky in and out. It is a little breezy tonight. Those winds gusting between 20 and 30 miles per hour today. That will not be the case tomorrow. I do expect those winds to taper off tonight. But as we look at the radar and satellite, you can see the entire southern half of the state seeing some of that cloud cover, seeing those scattered showers, which are still very active for the coastal areas, even pushing across Cook Inlet from Homer up into about Clam Gulch, and seeing that rain moving in as we speak to Seward and Prince William Sound. Also holding on to widespread rain showers in southeast, but not in Anchorage. Again, the mountains still blocking most, if not all of that, from moving to the north. Can't rule out, again, a little light drizzle, a passing isolated shower, but nothing like what we're seeing there along the coastal areas. Fairbanks, we've seen some pleasant conditions there. 60 degrees at the moment, but again, also seeing those breezy winds this evening. Tomorrow, we'll see high temperatures in the mid-50s in Anchorage, back up to 60 in Fairbanks, mostly cloudy for you. Scattered showers in Juneau, high temperatures in the low 50s, also about 50 in Bethel. And I'll have a look at that full 7-day forecast next.
The details of this incident will be slightly less than we normally give, and that's because the video of the incident and the lighting condition, the movement in the video makes the video a little bit less clear than some of the previous videos.
Well, tonight, advocates using Anchorage Police Chief Sean Case's body camera statement following Monday's fatal officer-involved shooting to once again push for creating a Citizens Police Advisory Board. That comes just hours ago after police officially released the name of the man fatally shot on Monday during what police say was a traffic stop in Mountain View. And Quinn White has been following the story for us and joins us now. Quinn?
John, police now officially identifying Utuva Alleluia as the man fatally shot Monday after the 41-year-old's family identified him yesterday to Alaska's news source. Now, advocates using his death as an example for why they say creating a police advisory board is necessary. Police say they pulled him over for a broken headlight when they say they saw a gun in his lap and he was fatally shot after verbal commands were made. APD Chief Sean Case has not been able to confirm if Alleluia touched the gun before the shooting. With questions surrounding the clarity of the officer's body video, it's another reason why advocates say civilian oversight is needed.
The next step, what we need is some kind of, to get transparency, we need some kind of civilian oversight, community involvement in these incidents.
The Alaska Black Caucus has joined a number of other groups in pushing for the development of a citizen review board to improve transparency and accountability within the department. But Chief Case told Alaska's News Source investigates last week. In his view, no entity could hold the department to a higher standard than they already hold themselves to.
We're generally pretty hard on ourselves. We have an extremely high expectation of the way our employees perform their jobs and the way they interact with the public.
Department policy says body camera footage will be released within 45 days of a critical incident, but it can take longer if Chief Case decides to delay it. APD declined answering any questions today. They say they'll address the incident at a press conference next Wednesday. John?
Quinn White, thank you very much. Well, lawmakers are barreling toward the end of the regular session. The deadline not even a week away now. The last day of session, May 21st. And as of now, no solidified education funding measure or budget in general is in place. Senate Bill 57 is back with the Senate and remains up for a concurrence vote that could happen any time. Lawmakers saying there is a renewed sense of urgency in getting it all done by the deadline and making the best of what is available. You can check out legislative coverage straight from the Capitol via our website. Well, honoring officers who died in the line of duty. Today is Police Memorial Day. And a ceremony in North Pole is paying tribute to the sacrifices made by the 72 officers in Alaska who have passed away. Community members gathered at Trooper Gabe Rich and Trooper Scott Johnson Memorial Park as the Star-Spangled Banner played. Taps and Amazing Grace also performed. A wreath was laid, the 21-gun salute presented, and the names of each fallen officer read out to the assembled crowd, the most recent name being Court Services Officer Curtis Matthew Warland, who was killed in a muskox attack in December of 2022. A few of the recent names, Rich, Johnson, and Alan Brandt, carry special significance for officers in the interior.
Attending all three of those funerals has really led me to realize the sacrifice that is experienced by those losses, by the community, most by the families, but also by the entire Fairbanks community. And so it's important to me that I come out and honor the sacrifice that those individuals made.
Peace Officers Memorial Day was first established in 1962 by then President John F. Kennedy. And nationwide today is Peace Officers Memorial Day. This week is Police Week. We heard about the Interior's Police Memorial Day event today. There's also one in Soldotna. Juneau will be holding theirs tomorrow, and Anchorage will be holding one next Tuesday. Right now, Alaska State Trooper Captain Moose Sims joins us. Captain Sims, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, what do events and weeks, days like this mean to you personally?
Personally, they mean a lot. I have friends and mentors that have lost their lives in this and given the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, and that have their names on the wall there in Washington, which I've had the opportunity to be at and see the over 24,000 names and take the time to remember them and the sacrifice they made and to honor them.
Absolutely. And I mean, is there something you'd like the general public to know about, you know, how difficult this job is, that you perform every day, that these colleagues of yours have performed? What would you like people to know?
We really do it for our communities. We have an investment in the community. We want to protect, we want to serve. None of us get in this career with the thought of knowing, well, we go in knowing that we could have to pay the ultimate sacrifice. Obviously, none of us want to do that, but we are willing to go forward and to pay that sacrifice, and for the community to know that we're there for them, and we will do what we have to do to protect them.
I know the community appreciates you very much. Do you have a message to the community kind of about the importance or how you'd like to see people honor this time?
To take the time to remember those that have given the ultimate sacrifice, to honor them, and to I would say even more importantly, remember their families, remember the sacrifices that they have given in losing their loved ones, their husband, wife, father, son, mother, child, whatever it may be, to remember their sacrifice as well, and to hold them and honor them during this time and during this week.
Captain Sims, thank you for your service, and thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate you.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, Captain Moose Sims. Well, still ahead, a learning opportunity and a way to help the birds. We're talking about stellar secondary students getting a very special lesson They're going outside. Well, as the school year winds down, some Anchorage students are taking their classrooms outdoors. Lauren Maxwell shows us the unique lesson that they're learning.
He's under the water.
Stellar secondary students are keeping their eyes trained on the land and on the sky.
It is so majestic.
Students like Violet Borstad are taking part in what's called an intensive.
That goal, I think it's a mu goal. It was standing right there.
A 2-week period to take a deep dive into a single topic. And in this case,
Northern pintails, a few loons, golden eyes.
the topic is birds.
Everyone wants to be here. They had 14 other choices of classes, and they picked this one. So they want to be birders.
Teacher Joe Jackson says he's been surprised
Did you know that northern goshawks, when they're born, their eyes are yellow, but over time their eyes turn red?
at how quickly students like Katie Pitka have taken to the task.
Yeah, they're all mugles.
Mugles?
Mugles, yeah.
Before this class, I don't feel like many of them, could tell a black-capped chickadee from a boreal chickadee, for instance. And now they're out here, you can see them. They're super jazzed to be looking at different birds.
Magpie. We've been blessed with good luck by the magpie overlords.
The intensive includes a lesson in citizen science. Last week, students built a raft for a nesting pair of Pacific loons. The raft was launched on Connors Lake by the dog park. Within hours, it was in use.
As soon as we got to the lake, the loons instantly flying over it and getting ready to nest. And then the day after we left, they already started building their nest on it. So it's really, really cool.
These students are learning to appreciate nature by stepping out of the classroom.
It's cool. I like cranes.
To see the world that is all around them. Lauren Maxwell, Alaska's news source.
That is cool. Great information. I learned something there, too. Coming up after the break, we're going to take a look at that 7-day forecast, what you can expect for this weekend and heading into next week. But first, I want to show you those daylight hours as we're continuing to, again, gain 5 to 7 minutes of daylight per day. Let me pull that up for you here just a moment. We'll get that graphic going. I think you have it there. We will see again that sunset not until 10:42 tonight in Anchorage.